marked. Is the second group already marked yet?
Well, the first group actually is the one in Revelation 14. The second group is the one in Revelation 7. I don't know why he did it. They did it that way, maybe just to hide it. I don't know. But the first group will be taken up. His name will be written in their foreheads, and then they return to Earth. They return to Earth during the seventh seal. They're taken up before the sixth seal hits and return during the seventh. And it's also during the seventh seal where the 144,000 are sealed on Earth, the 12,000 from each tribe of Israel.
Right.
They're sealed on Earth, where this first group is sealed in heaven. It's given their name in heaven. So there's two different groups going here. And the one group is actually a backup and support group for the second group. So the first group, the group of Enoch, I call them. You have your two groups, the group of Enoch and your group of Elijah. And the group of Enoch gets all the fun, really. People are going to be amazed at what that group gets to do.
That's the group that's cool.
That's the group, yeah. I mean, that's the one that a lot of the electors, that's the elect. I can't even, you know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't really say exactly what we're going to be able to do.
Well, they get to do all the miracle stuff, healing people.
We're not going to be here on Earth that much.
Huh?
We're really not going. We have complete access to first and second heavens. And we will be able to transport the second group around. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Wow. Boy, I got a lot of reading to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's just when you get into this, it's fun.
So how are you coming with the new books that got discovered? The Nag Hammadi, I think.
I like those books. I really do. I've been reading them with the when
so crazy after all, huh?
Yeah, that's so crazy. I mean, I'm reading these books and I haven't seen anything in them so far that's really hair raising. I mean, it's just stuff you can identify with. Even Enoch, I think it's somebody pointed out. Enoch 65 or 68, one of the chapters, talks about Eve being seduced in the Garden of Eden by Satan. You know how much flack I take on the internet over that? and here Enoch says it. I know the Nag Hammadi books say it. The Nag Hammadi books confirm that there's a serpent seed line.
That's what I'm saying. You're not so crazy after all.
I'm not. Yeah, that's my saying. I'm not so crazy after all. Yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying. All you people think I really lost it now. But there's a lot of truth to all of this, and I take a lot of flack and heat, and I just don't even bother reading it. I don't go to anybody else's websites on the internet hardly at all. I don't listen to anybody else.
They shut down New Prophecy.
What's that?
New Prophecy, they shut it down.
Who's that?
It's one of the sites you referenced in your blogger. They
Oh, the Nostradamus thing?
Yeah, they shut it down, or it got shut down.
That's what I heard. Was that you that sent me that email?
No. I just went, I read your blog and, went to check it out.
Yeah, as soon as I started talking about the zombies, boom, that site went down.
Sherry on the cutting edge.
Yeah, because they're going to be here. And sometimes other people just say things better than I do. Sometimes I'm just totally incapable of saying things the way I want to say them.
Well, it may be for you to put something out there and then for another person to, explain it out. So,
yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah, like my article, To Serve Man, the all-time classic. The Twilight Zone had that one.
As long as you're in the will of God, that's all that matters.
And I can't even, to even imagine the horrors that are coming, people can't imagine. They can't imagine. And I know for one, the church crowd is completely unprepared for this.
They're oblivious.
Because I was in the churches for 30 years. And I know what they're ready for and what they're not. And I'll tell you right now, they are not ready to have a bunch of zombies walk into their neighborhood.
No, they're oblivious.
Or aliens walking down the streets, tearing off body limbs off humans and eating them in front of them. They're not ready for this. And this is coming. These are the things the Lord has shown me for 2 years now. And these things are coming. And I'll tell you what, the church is not prepared. And that's why I'm telling people now, just take off, isolate yourselves, go hide. Go hide.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Because you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. Not only will the looters get you because they're starving to death, and people are dying in the streets because they have no food, then you've got zombies, you've got vampires, you've got aliens who are cannibals.
Yeah, and if you're not spiritually prepared or covered, it's going to be hell on earth.
Yeah, you know what? And sitting there and rebuking that thing in the name of the Lord and running, it may not work. You know what? Because these are a time of testing for His people. He's going to allow His people to die and to be tested and to give up their lives for Him. And so it's not this rosy picture that the church paints. Everybody expects the tribulation period to be a certain way because of what they've be conditioned to believe it's going to be, and it's not.
It's never been like that. I mean, even in the Old Testament, yeah, they walked through, the ocean and got saved and everything, Moses, and, they opened it up, manna from heaven. But did you neglect to read the part about 437 years of slavery?
Yeah.
So I mean, that minor little problem of 4.5 centuries of slavery. The worst kind of slavery on earth.
And what happens when you're in slavery like that? When you're in captivity, you're being used as sex slaves, and you're tortured and you're persecuted.
Oh, in every manner. That's why I said the worst form of slavery on earth ever experienced.
And the church does not. The church has some idea that they're never going to have to experience suffering.
It's not biblical. That frame of thought is not biblical.
Yeah, it's not. It's not biblical. But you can't tell them that. Jesus suffered, and said, why would we be any better than him?
Not.
And all the our brethren before us suffered and died. We're not any better than them.
Well, I don't know. We've got credit cards.
People better be using them to go find the remote places of the earth to hide.
Oh my goodness, we're just delusional, I tell you.
And don't be taking these electronics with you because they all got these GPS implants in them. They'll just track you down with their satellites. What's the sense of going and hiding and then taking your cell phone and a newer-based radio?
It won't work after an EMP blast anyway.
And where you can just be tracked or wearing your Walmart clothes. I don't know what the answer is.
It's to step back and think and get on your knees and pray.
Get back to primitive.
Oh, totally.
Get back to being primitive.
Totally. Because you're going to get there anyway, one way or another.
Yeah.
You're either going to do that or you're going to die. I mean, it's literally, from my understanding, I understand now. I get it. You're going to do that and survive, or you're going to die.
Yeah.
There is no in between. I mean, unless you serve Satan, obviously.
Yeah, and all you got to do is hang on, until the Lord gathers his people to hide them before the invasion. Or before, I don't know. Chuck Young Brand says before the invasion. I'll tell you what, he will take his people before the mark of the beast is enforced down the world. I don't know if that's a rapture or he just takes and hides them. It's probably what Chuck Young Brand's saying. It's probably what the other prophet, America's Last Days, Deagle, was seeing the people hidden. They were all on earth. They weren't taken up in some rapture. But they were together on mountaintops, and they were being protected by the Lord. And so people seem to hang on till that time period. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be really rough just getting to that time.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be really rough. There's going to be no food in the stores. There's going to be no fuel to drive. There's going to be rioting and looting in the streets.
Killed.
Yeah,
and we've got lose some of your own family.
Yeah, and we've got a vicious, some kind of Ebola air strain coming out. It's going to kill millions from California to Georgia.
Yeah.
That movie Outbreak was a conditioning model for it. That one's going to hit. There's this massive plague that's coming. And so, yeah, we've got a lot coming. And that's all I can say is people prepare and hide.
That's the best advice yet. And with that, Sherry, I'll take my leave because I want to give someone else a chance. Thank you so much.
All right, well, thanks for calling in.
And I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
God bless.
God bless. Well, how do you like that, folks? Once as soon as I get into one of my rants, my chest is okay.
You want to take a break now?
Yeah, well, we're going to take a 5-minute break and come back for the second part. That's what we'll do, folks. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll come back for the second part of this show. We'll see you then.